Okay. All right. So now we begin. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to request remote control from you. All right. You can set the control. So now I'm taking control. All right. First things first, we got to make this thing look pretty. You don't need this menu unless you're trading on the actual trading view. So we're going to hide this panel. Then we're going to go to your settings here, and we're going to turn this thing to dark mode. Ooh.
Okay.
And that's how you do it, dark mode. All right. So now that you have a free version, what we got to do is you have only 3 indicators on the free version. Really, all you need is 3 indicators, right? So here you got these candles. We're gonna look here. You go to indicators, and we're gonna top in EMAs for exponential moving averages. So we could choose this moving average exponential, but we want to get a couple of them, right? As many as we can get.
Okay.
So we're gonna choose this guy right here, 7 EMA, 5 EMAs, and we're gonna go ahead and add it to your favorite so you can find it later on, which is right here. And we're gonna click on it, and it's gonna add all these moving averages to you, okay? So this menu up here is where you can see the moving averages. And you can hide them here. You can display them. You can do settings, and you can edit them, okay? So we're gonna edit your settings here. All right. As you can see, you have your inputs. You input your EMAs. So exponential moving averages show where the price should go in that time frame. So if you have the daily here, if you have a 21 EMA, it is saying that in 21 days, in theory, the price should move to that point, you know. So basically the prices bounce and they resist off these moving averages. But let me set you up first, and then I'll show you what I mean. Okay. So first we're gonna set 10. Then we're gonna set 20. We're gonna set 55.
Are these the days, the 10 days, 20 days, 55
yeah,
days?
Yeah, exactly. These are days. So it's saying that within 10 days, the price should move here at this part, you know, to this point. And it has like a curvature to it, and they cross up and down each other, and it helps determine whether or not the price is bullish or bearish. So now we have EMA 1 through 5 is what we're using, okay? So now that we have EMA, when we know that EMA 1 through 5 is being used, we're gonna go ahead and uncheck the rest of these because we don't need them.
Okay.
All right. And then we're gonna color code them the way I know them. So we got yellow for the 10. Then we're gonna use blue for the 20. Then we're gonna use green for the 55. And then we're gonna use purple for the 100. And then we're gonna use red for the 200. I like red because it's very powerful. Okay. So now you set up all your EMAs. Boom. Now that's set up the way I have it, okay? So that's one indicator. Second indicator, go ahead.
Do you have to do this for every ticker? Because I know on the top left-hand side is Micron Technology Inc. Do I have to set this setting for every ticker that I'm looking for?
You don't have to set it, because once you set it once, you can go here to templates, and then you can save your indicator when we're done. So then anytime that you go to any ticker, you just click the template, you click boom to your customized template, and it will apply your settings.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go to the indicators again, and we're gonna type in RSI. Okay. So now you're looking for a relative strength index. We're gonna use this one. We're gonna save it as favorites, and we're gonna click on relative strength index. All right. So now you have your RSI. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take the settings, and just the settings. Actually, let me look for another RSI. There should be 2 lines on RSI. Oh, stochastic RSI. That's the one you want. You don't want this one.
Stochastic?
Yeah, stochastic RSI. So relative strength index, what this indicator is, and we're going to go ahead and delete this one. So you just do the X menu or X right there, and it deletes it. All right, so what this one does is that it's a momentum indicator, okay? So momentum means that you see this purple area right here in the middle? That's
Okay.
basically like a no trade zone, okay? It's like the price of MU, Micron Technology, is like neither overbought, means that all the investors bought too much and now they need to sell off and take profits. Or if it drops below the 20 here, and when I say 20, I meant this number right here, 20.
Yeah.
And drops below that line, that means it's oversold, means that they sold off too much and now they need to buy back. So this shows the momentum of when the buys and sells have exhausted and then they're about to push back up for more sales, for more buys here.
Okay.
And then when it reaches this area up here and it starts to go back down, that means they want to sell off and the momentum's dying. And that should be able to replicate onto your actual price screen here. And it should actually match up. All right.
Okay.
One thing we're going to change is these right here are line graphs. Okay?
The blue line?
Yeah, we're going to switch those to candles because candles to paint and tell a different story. So if you go to this button right here,
okay,
you have different types of candles you can use. Okay. You have the regular candles that everybody uses and that you see on update screens.
all right,
And then you have something called Heikenaishi candles, or Japanese trend trading candles. And back, as you can see, it's a little more friendlier, right?
yeah,
You can see the trend start here, and it moves all the way from the bottom to the top. And the majority of the candles are green. Well, if you move back to the regular candles, you'll notice that there's gaps. Some is green, some are red, some are green, some are red, you know?
yeah,
So it's a little bit more advanced. So we're going to move to Akanashi candles, okay?
okay,
And there's a whole manual that I'll send you on how to read these candles. Anyways, so now we set your candles up. We set your moving averages up. We set your RSI up. We're going to set up one more indicator that you get free, the free version. It's called MACD. And that
What is it
stands
called?
for MACD.
MACD?
Yeah, it stands for moving average convergence divergence. Now, it is also a momentum indicator, and it's a little bit slower. It lags behind the RSI, but it provides a confirmation that the price will indeed go up or go down. Okay.
Oh, really?
So I'm gonna go ahead and try this one. Let's see if this is a good one. All right, it is. Okay, we saved it. All right. So now we're gonna just do a little bit of color coding. See, by default, the blue crosses the orange line, and that what's that tell you? That it's gonna go up, right? And it keeps going up and up and up. It never crosses back down the orange line ever. But the minute it crosses the orange line is when you want to sell. Okay? You see how it crossed?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now check this out. This is where I'm going to blow your mind. Say that you enter here. Oh, this is the daily chart too. So daily means that you're holding for a long time. But say you get a bull cross from the orange crossing up the signal line, right? And as soon as it crosses,
the blue crosses over the orange line. Okay.
yeah, if it crosses up the orange line, you buy. If the blue line crosses down the orange line, you sell. Okay, is that simple?
So that means you get a call when
Yep,
it's
buy a
where it's
call.
at right now. Okay.
Yep. So that's the line you buy. Okay. Now look where it is in relation to the candles. I'm just marking it.
Okay.
Actually, we're going to mark it. Here's the panel where you can adjust your colors. You can adjust your colors here for green, for buy. You can make your lines thicker. Okay. You just click on it here. Change to green. Now I just set up your whole trading view for you. You literally don't have to do anything else, man. You can make like $100,000 just a strategy alone. You just gotta follow strict rules.
That very bottom graph with the MACDs is what I think is what's gonna. That's what basically covers it all. The MACD.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the other two graphs are just to confirm,
They're
right?
all, yeah, yep. So as you can see, this hit rock bottom, boom, okay? And so shall the price. But once it starts uptrending and breaking here, when it hit the bottom 0, you know that it's ready for a rally. But when is that rally gonna start? You don't know. As you notice that it tried to go back here and it came back down, right? But look at the price. It's still falling. And it came back down. Now it came back down and it goes up, boom. It breaks the lower band 20. So when the 0 breaks the lower band 20, you know you're in a bullish movement, okay? But has the price here every day moved yet? Kind of, but not really, right?
Yeah.
This is what the MACD does. RSI says, hey, it's like a warning. You know, it's like on the stoplight, it's like a yellow on the stoplight, on the traffic light. This right here is the green light. So it's like, all right, yellow, green, go. Okay? So you couple this together. The ultimate time to get in on a call is when this is hit the bottom and coming back up. This is hit the bottom, it's coming back up. Okay? Now, if you notice the entry point had you took this trade here after you've seen this, and these panel on the left is your instruments. If you click on them, on these little arrows, you get different lines you can draw. Okay. Here's other advanced features you can draw, which is advanced level here. Okay. The only one I ever use on here anyways is Fibonacci, which is a whole lesson within itself. Then you have the different types of drawings here. You can use a circle drawing, and then you can point out different features. See? Boom.
Okay.
All right. And these features, you can just right click and you can edit. You could change those colors too. You can make the background fade, the opacity get lighter. See?
Yeah.
That way you can see your candles. Okay. Boom. And that locks in. So the next time you draw it, uh-oh.
How do you undo something? Control Z?
So all you do is click on it, and once you click on anything, the panel shows up.
Okay.
And that's when you can change the color, the background, the line, width. You can change settings. You can trash it. Okay, get rid of the trash. Okay. So as you can see, you can write text. This is your text buttons. Okay. You do call outs, price labels, man. You can do all kinds of stuff on TradingView. This is bad. It's really bad to the bone, man. And then you go here, call outs, and you can point to somewhere here. You could drag the text box out, and you can switch it any color. All right, you can write entry warning. All right, then you go down to your MACD. All right, you drag it all out as far as you want. You can write entry confirmation. Okay. Boom. All right. Now we entered here, okay? Say you entered here at MU $5,000. You're like, all right, I'm good. But you know these are the daily candles. So here are your prediction buttons here, okay? They also graph and tell you and give you all kinds of intel and data. I like using the date and price range. So you can see that if you click on your entry,
Actually, that'll be 5th June. Is there a time somewhere?
Yeah.
See, I just did
Right, you'll get the time on that projection candle. But first, let's go back to the MACD. All right, let's mark our sell points. What we're doing right now is back testing. Okay? We're back testing all these theories. And we're going to mark that yellow. Or we're going to mark it red because that's our sell point, right?
Yeah.
And you can see. All right. You can hide that. That's our buy at the cross, sell at the cross. Okay. Now, you can see in relation to when the MACD bear crosses where the price is. Okay. So here's your entry, here's your exit. Now let's see how long that took and how much you gained stock price. So you click on here, you scroll up to the candle that you would have sold. And as you can see here, the price within 56 days, which is 2 months, the price moved $13.53, which is a 40% increase stock price. So you see the kind of data it gives you.
Does that like consider like you buying a call and then the diminishing returns every day? You know what I mean? Like if you buy a call, it has to go up a certain amount every day, or it won't be worth as much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Does
it include that in that 40%?
No, it doesn't include that 40% because this is for people who are trading stocks, traditional stocks.
Not
We're just buying shares. So options is a little bit more elaborate. It has a bunch more rules, but what you're talking about is the Greeks, like theta, which charges you basically like a toll fee, every day that you are, like a penalty fee every day that you're in a position. So if it doesn't move, you lose a certain amount of dollars, cents, and it actually tells you what that is before you even enter the position.
Okay.
So you enter here, you exit here based on MACD only, and use RSI as confirmation. Okay. Now there's a bunch of triple tops here, so what confirmation do you really take? It's kind of hard to gauge when you get out. That's why you don't use RSI to get in and out. You just use it as like a gauge. Here, this is going up and down like crazy because the momentum was changing. Okay. Now there were some breakdowns here. You see that? Up, down, up, down, up, down. That one is within itself is its own strategy, and I won't get into it, but I'll show you why this RSI is going down because there's a strategy called Elliott wave theory, and it's a 5-count impulse wave. And this is what I try to teach everybody, that candles don't move in horizontal direction. They don't move in vertical directions. They move in waves. Okay? Wave 1, 1 to 2, wave 2 to 3, wave 3 to 4, wave 4 to 5. And then when a price is correcting, it drops in the waves of 3 called ABC correction. Okay? Here. And you can see it better on regular candlesticks because you actually see more of the real definition. So you have to go 1, you will come down, you will go up because that was a bullish candle on the daily, and you go back down. So you see that? Anyways, that's a lesson for later. That's going to show you why these RSI was moving down. So that was a point. All right. And then within this, you can edit these settings. You can change these things any colors you want, man. Like here, it moves out the screen, out the way. You don't want the background to be so dark and light, anyways. Oh, was it even moving? Oh, it's not even moving. So you go to settings. There you go. So you kind of want to make it a little bit more vague. You see, you want to. All you're trying to see is where it's going. You really don't care.
Okay.
About the color schemes. Okay, you want that highlighted. Yeah, you can actually turn those into colors. I don't know why there's this crosshairs right here. That's weird. Anyways, I guess we'll just leave it for now. You can mess with it later. And we'll go ahead and label our exit right here. And shoot, that's basically it, man, with that concept. So with that same concept, you could sell here and immediately buy a put.
Yeah. because it's about to go down.
Right,
And it
because it's
doesn't
about to go down.
go back up until this. Can I move it? Till
Yeah,
this point right here.
exactly. Now, ideally, you want it to drop below the zero line. You know what? I need to edit your MACD because I want to draw the zero line. See, MACD style. You have you don't have a zero line. No way. No way. Okay. We don't have a zero line here. What we want to do is we want to color. See, these colors of these histograms matter too. Which you want this one actually to turn yellow. Okay. You want the green to stay green.
So I see
Right?
what you're doing.
We
I
want
see what
this to
you're doing.
turn yellow.
Okay.
Okay. So you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to color code it to where
Right.
it lets you know that when it's green, it's going up.
Yeah.
Then when it starts trending down, the histograms are starting to lose volume. It's going down, down, down. Boom, turns red. You notice how this goes from yellow to red?
Yeah.
The same time this gives you the sell signal.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's an extra little guide to tell you that, yeah, bro, I need to sell on this candle right away.
Okay.
You know. So we're gonna go ahead and leave it like that, and you can play with all the colors, make it as pretty as you want.
No, that makes
Actually,
more sense to me. That makes sense.
yeah. Actually, I like the orange line, the signal line. See, this is a signal to buy and sell. I like it to be it could be orange signal, right? Yeah. You can keep it that way. You know, as long as you understand it, that's what really matters.
Okay, so let me get this again. The blue line, right? I know I wanted to cross over the orange line, but what is the blue line? What is that
The
represent?
blue line is the actual MACD.
So the blue line is the MACD.
Yes, the blue line is the MACD. The orange line is the signal line, signaling you to buy and sell. So you can literally get in this trade for 56 days and never touch it. And then once it hits sell, then you're selling. And you made like exponential gains.
Okay, this is like if you're back testing though, right? So
Right.
when you're trying to say, okay, I want to buy a call today, I'm not seeing all of this. I'm seeing this just right here, and I don't know what's coming up over here. So as
Right.
soon as this happens right here, so yeah, so whenever I like pretend I don't see from here to this point, right? I don't know what it is from there, and I'm over here right now, watching, and I see it right here. That's when I
Right.
just like, okay, it's gonna go over because it just went over the blue line, the MACD went over the signal sign. So that means I
Exactly.
should buy right?
Right.
And then when I see, and I'll keep watching. Okay, boom, that's when I sell it,
Right.
right? So it doesn't matter if I see it or not. It just matters for me to see this point.
Right. And of course, at any point, you could sell earlier. I mean, you could sell up in here if you want. You know, you don't. If you see it's about to curve down, you could sell a day or two earlier and make better gains. You know, because you understand there's peak gains and then there's signal gains.
Yeah.
If you could get the top, like right here, you'll see this RSI went up, it went back down, it went up. That was the peak gains right here. But it wasn't really, right? So you went down and went up. The price kept pushing up. So that was actually like the peak gains. It's hard to gauge, right? So you have to create yourself rules on what are you going to do. Because if you don't have strict rules, then you're going to get out too early, which is okay. If you get out right here on the RSI without the MACD crossing because maybe you just want to or you're going to be busy, I mean, that's up to you. You know,
That would have been a perfect time to get out.
Yeah.
Okay, so trying to think here. Because I don't want to day trade because I can't. I just don't want to. It seems like a headache having a bunch of accounts, transferring funds between each account. So I want to work it where I'm setting up buys and or calls and puts for the next day, or or days further. So that means, of course, I'm looking for this signal right here.
Yeah.
But it happens a lot where we're buying that day and we're selling that day.
Right.
Um,
And that's
so
because we're catering to the audience. Everybody wants instant gratification. They want to get paid off every day. So we cannot trade the daily. So if you scroll up here, you could change your interval time frames. Okay. We're on the 1 day, but you can switch to 1 hour, and you're going to get a bunch of different sets of data here. Right.
so what's the best to look at when you look to trade the options from today until the future, like 2-3 days from now, or even tomorrow? Is it best to look at it as at the 1 day, or the 1 week, or the 1 hour?
So depending on what kind of trader you are, depends on what time frame. If you want to be a scalper, we start at the one trade to look at the overall picture, but ultimately we're trading down at the 5 minute and 1 minute and at the 15 minute at the most, just to kind of enter, get like a gauge of the trend. We're trading 1 minute, 5 minute, and we're trading price action. If you don't have time and you want to do like swings, you need to trade 1 hour and above. And as you're already seeing that, if you want to trade actually the dailies, you're talking about staying in positions for 1 month to 2 months. If that's too long, you want to drop it down to 1 hour, 2 hours.
Those cost more, right? If you want to trade and buy for 1 month, the cost of your option is going to cost so much more.
Absolutely,
right?
It will.
So,
Absolutely.
So for my budget, and I know you're probably catering to people with similar budgets as myself, is that they want to be able to afford a decent call or a decent put. So the best time frame would be what, a weekly,
2 weeks out.
2 weeks out.
Yeah.
So on this graph, I would be making this what
1 hour. 1 hour.
1 hour.
See, the difference between a time frame and what options you buy is totally different.
Okay.
So the 1 hour can potentially give you an overnight swing. So let's see. Let's do some back tests to see if 1 hours give you. And these are the 1 hour alerts that I'm getting on my bot too. So let's see. Let's do the MACD. Let's do the RSI MACD strategy, right? And I did this for like a long time. I did this when I was doing cryptocurrency. So you have like the RSI pushing up, like we already know. Confirm, and we know this is happening because this is dropping. This is dropping below the zero line. The zero line is like the medium right here. See?
Yeah.
Knows the line. Yeah, so that's the zero line. It drops below zero line. We're waiting for the cross. We got the warning here. We got the confirmation buy here. Okay. So we know we're buying. Turn that green. And we know we're buying. So we're buying here, okay?
This is on the 4th December. Okay.
So we're buying on the 4th of December. Let's see how long this trade takes us, okay? According to MACD cross. All right. We last all the way to 9 December. This is a 3-day trade, bro.
Yeah, because it never crossed until that point.
Yeah, it never crossed. And that's why RSI, people hate RSI, but look, you got to know how to use RSI. You just can't use RSI the same way you use MACD. It's all warnings, man. See, actually, this was a warning, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So when it crossed down here, that was a warning. Up here. That's a warning, okay? Cross down.
Why you don't see that down here, though, the RSI?
Because it lags behind. So before this momentum knows what's going on before this one does. So when it reverses, you see how this was about to cross down? Yeah. It went up, up. It's going sideways, about to cross down. But this decided to cross back up again with another price act, a bullish moment. Here's volume. This is the volume bars. So volume started coming in. See? Notice how the red volume candles, all of a sudden green, higher, higher, highest. That's when RSI momentum started picking up. So it started registering momentum up, price action, boom. We're crossing again. We're bullish again.
Okay, so
Because volume coming into a stock like MU, volume precedes price. So when you have big volume, you have big price spikes and price drop. Look at this red candle. You red volume candle. Look at the price that came after it. Drop.
it goes down.
So volume and price action are very important. So once you know all these factors, candles, moving averages, volume, price value, action, RSI momentum indicator, warnings, confirmation momentum indicator, MACD. So you write all that stuff down and you study it and you Google what stochastic RSI does. You Google what MACD does.
Stop the recording so it's not too big, and we'll start
Yeah.
recording.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop.